everyone! Thank you so much for tuning in to today's String Spark podcast. If you don't know me, my name is Anika Watson. I am a junior at Mount Hebron this year, and I am also String Spark's vice president. I am also a percussionist, and I perform for our school's percussion ensemble and our wind ensemble for concert band. One thing about me is that I believe that music is a really big part of my life, and for a lot of our String Spark tutors, as well as a lot of my bandmates, I would say that music is a big part of their lives as well. And so, today I would like to share with you all my personal journey as a musician and how I got to where I am today. So first, I would kind of like to talk about my family a little bit. So my dad's side of the family, we have a lot of artists, but they like to sketch and draw and do a lot of modeling. My dad himself is a 3D modeler, and he also, he considers himself tone deaf. And then my mom's side of the family, they're all very academically oriented, and my mom did want to take piano lessons when she was younger, but unfortunately her family was too poor to afford lessons for her. And so now I'm very grateful and thankful for the fact that my parents are able to provide me with lessons and are able to afford to do so. And I started taking piano lessons when I was 7, and that is when I kind of learned about all of like the basics of music, so like how to read notes, read music in general, and play a lot of rhythms. So that's kind of where I started my musical journey. So I started band in 5th grade because that was the grade, I guess, in my old school that everyone was allowed to start band. And I actually started out on trombone, and I didn't switch to percussion until, around my 2nd semester of 5th grade. So I started doing percussion and I really liked it, and I continued it onto towards middle school. And then the 2nd semester of 6th grade, the pandemic obviously hit, which caused obviously millions of students to start doing virtual learning, and that really impacted learning how to play an instrument in general, especially percussion, because again, it was really hard to learn when you weren't physically in the band with everyone else. And also a lot of people did not exactly have a full-size marimba, timpani, bass drum kind of just laying around their house. So I really had to learn from like a lot of videos online. I didn't really know what I was doing, and so that definitely really impacted how I learned music, but I did get through. So another really big moment in my life was when I had to move at the end of my 7th grade year. I moved in summer 2021, and the pandemic was still like really big globally, and so unfortunately I had to say goodbye to a lot of my friends through just a computer screen. And it was really tough moving to a new place full of people that I didn't know, because I didn't know anyone when I moved there. And I was also the only girl percussionist in my 8th grade wind ensemble class, and it was truthfully definitely tough to make friends. And I knew I really wanted to improve on my instrument because I really enjoyed learning about percussion, even though I had very limited abilities at the time because, again, COVID. And so I decided to seek out private percussion lessons with someone, and I eventually ended up going with the general music teacher at Patapsco Middle School, where I went to. And it's been great being able to kind of like enhance my abilities to play percussion with a private tutor, and I still work with her to this day, and it's been really great. So now I kind of want to talk about like more high school territory. So for my freshman year, I was enrolled in percussion ensemble, like a lot of the other incoming freshman percussionists at the time. And so I was the only girl in that class, especially since, hence the name, percussion ensemble only contains percussionists. And so I was considered to be like a lot more shy, since I didn't really talk to as many of the other percussionists, and I was honestly kind of in the corner of the room just practicing on my own. But I still was able to seek out a lot of opportunities. Like I joined our jazz band where I played vibraphone, which was a really cool experience, and I got to learn a lot about jazz and kind of this like new genre of music. And I was also asked to play a solo for our winter concert my freshman year, and I also played a duet during the spring concert, which was super duper fun. And then sophomore year rolled around, and there were like a lot of changes that were made this year. One big one was that our percussion ensemble now had essentially every single percussionist enrolled in the band program. So I was able to meet a lot of the upperclassmen percussionists, and I got to learn a lot from them and just like in general meet new people, which was great. Another very big thing that happened was that everyone in the band program was essentially forced to join marching band. And I didn't join marching band my freshman year since I just thought like, I don't think this is really for me. But I'm really glad that I was kind of like forced into this opportunity because I got to meet a lot of great people, especially in the wind section, since I didn't really interact with them a lot. And I learned that I actually really liked being a member of our drum line. And I played, I played bass 1 during my sophomore year, and it was super duper fun. And I told myself, even if we aren't required to do marching band next year, I would still enroll in it and participate. One more thing that happened sophomore year was that I was asked to perform for our spring musical, Mamma Mia, as a member of the pit orchestra, and I played a lot of auxiliary percussion for that, which was super duper fun. And I got to play with my friend, and it was a really great experience learning this new kind of genre again of music. Lastly, I joined String Spark. It was great. I started tutoring a 5th grader, now 6th grader this year, but it's been really great being able to see him kind of grow from his own abilities and with my mentorship as well. So during the end of my sophomore year, BLT, which stands for Band Leadership Team, applications came out, and I actually signed up to become a section leader for our marching unit's drumline and front ensemble, and I successfully was able to get the position, and I'm very thankful for that. And I was able to gain a lot of leadership experience, especially since there were a lot of incoming freshmen percussionists that kind of like needed a lot of guidance, because obviously high school is new to them, and I wanted to give them, you know, the opportunity to interact with more upperclassmen and help, and just in general help them figure out high school. And so yeah, I gained a lot of leadership experience from that, and I met a lot of really great people. And that kind of brings us to close to now. I am in my junior year right now, again, and I am a mentor to a lot of the underclassmen. I was also elected as the String Spark Vice President, which I'm super excited to be a part of because I love String Spark. And I am also participating in our Spring Musical's pit orchestra again for the Drowsy Chaperone, which I'm super excited about. So I've been able to like gain a lot of these opportunities throughout high school to really enhance my playing abilities and meet new people. Yeah, and so all of that kind of takes us towards my present life as a junior. So thank you all again for listening to my musical journey throughout the past 10 years of my life. And before I go, I would like to give a little bit of just takeaway advice for all of you listening. So the main thing that I would say is to accept opportunities that are presented to you and be able to take the initiative to find new ones, because that is really the way I was able to find the strength and confidence, especially since I was so shy as a freshman, to attain a lot of these leadership roles, especially in music. Like, you know, being section leader for drumline and also being the String Spark Vice President. So yeah, thank you again for tuning in to listening to the String Spark podcast, and I hope to see you all in future episodes. Thanks.